configuring the tenant first. Okay, we'll try to understand the terminology, the definitions, etc. First, let me talk in common language. Compensation in Workday. Yesterday, I discussed all these plans, right? So we have these many plans we have in Workday. So we have different types of components, etc. Compensation in Workday, you can assign for three objects. Okay, three objects, you can assign compensation. First one, position, job requisition, worker. Job requisition, position, worker. Okay, which means whenever the employee in recruit module, if you are using recruitment module, okay, you can assign the compensation directly to the job requisition, and will assign the job requisition to the position. So automatically the position also will get the same compensation. In this position, we'll finally hire the worker. So this worker also will get the same compensation, whatever you have assigned, plans, grades, or whatever. Similarly, you can assign compensation to position as well. If you don't have a recruitment module, you have only core HCM and compensation, you can assign compensation to position as well. Okay. Or if you don't want to assign to the position, you can assign directly to the worker at the time of hiring as well. So three ways you can assign compensation to objects. Job requisition, for position, for worker. Okay. First thing, make it as clear. Fine. Now, what are the components we have in Workday? First, let's start with basic components. Compensation components. The compensation component we have compensation eligibility rules, compensation plans. Again, compensation plans are the broad category. Just ignore. I will explain again. Compensation grades, compensation grade profiles, and compensation package. Okay, so these are the compensation component. The quite common question: what are the compensation components? If someone asks, we have to tell compensation eligibility rules, answer. Okay, so these are the components. Compensation grade provides guidance with reference to the pay ranges. What compensation grade will do? It will give the guidance with reference to pay ranges. For example, most of the organizations they have minimum and maximum pay ranges. They have some budget. For example, you want to hire an employee called manager. So you might have some budget. This is the minimum and this much maximum I can pay for that worker. So minimum, maximum we can pay for that worker. So that's the budget we assign. Okay, that budget, the min and maximum, will maintain under compensation grades. Let me in compensation especially. Severity of business processes. Okay. Okay. So these are the normally used business processes. Most of the business processes have similar terminology, but each business process have a different requirement. For example, as I said, take this example, of course. Take this example and let me assign. If you want to assign compensation for worker at the time of hire, if you want to assign compensation for worker at the time of hiring, you have to trigger this business process. Propose compensation for new hire. Okay, for worker to assign the compensation directly. And similarly, proposed compensation change is triggered. The proposed compensation change step will be triggered if you are using or if you want to promote, demote, transfer, or relocate. If you want to promote an employee, demote an employee, transfer an employee, the compensation will be impacted. Compensation will be impacted. So, Workday has given a separate business process for that requirement. Propose compensation change. Promote, demote, transfer, or relocate. Okay. And request compensation change is a very powerful business process, I would say. I could say. So why? Because if you want to override an existing amount of a worker, or if you want to delete an existing component for the worker, or if you want to assign a new compensation plan for the worker, okay, we can use request compensation change. Again, I'm saying it's a very powerful business process to override existing amount where we will do market corrections will happen every 3 years in most of the organizations. Market corrections will happen. So in those market corrections, so you want to override existing currency of the worker. So you can use this request compensation change. Sometimes a new plans might require to create and delete the existing compensation plans from the client side. So you have to delete the plans and create new plans and assign. In that time also, you can use request compensation change. Okay. Then after request one-time payment. So Normally, if any employee is terminated in US, we used to pay severance pay. For terminated workers, we will pay severance pay. So that's a one-time payment. So there we can use this request one-time payment. Okay. Also, countries like Australia or Philippines, for most of the employees, they will offer exam bonus. If any employee is working along with their studying outside, so they will offer exam bonus. This is one-time payment or joining bonus. Some countries call it as sign-on bonus, or let's say retention bonus. Okay, to retain the employee in the organization, most of the companies they will offer retention bonus. The employee not happy with the organization compensation package, he wants to leave the organization, then they may give some retention bonus to keep that employee with the organization. Or some employees, if any employee newly joining in the organization, they want to hold that employee and motivate that employee to join as early as possible, they will offer sign-on bonus or joining bonus. Or for some employees, they will offer exam bonus. Or some employees who are terminated, they will process severance payment, termination payment. Those are all we will process through the request one-time payment. Okay, request one-time payment. Then after request compensation default to position. As I said, so far what are we discussed here? All these for worker. For worker. As I said, if you want to assign compensation to a position, directly if you want to assign compensation to a position, you can use request compensation default position. You can use request compensation default to position task. BP, if you want to assign to position. Similarly, if you want to assign compensation to job requisition, you can use request compensation to job rec. Sorry, let me give properly. Request compensation to position. Okay. So, I'm sorry, not for position, job requisition. So this BP needs to be triggered. Okay. Yeah, earlier we have initiate merit process, initiate bonus, initiate stock. Three additional business processes are there. Now Workday decommission those three business processes because they have given only one option. With the help of one option, you can initiate for all the three objects. What I'm trying to say, if you want to assign stock grant to the worker, if you want to initiate merit process, and if you want to assign bonus plan, we have separate events for each task. Now Workday has given only one task in order to process all these three objects. Okay. Any questions so far? Clear? Anything is confused or not understand? Okay. So these are the business processes and these are our components. Normally we will use. Okay. So if you guys are fine, and just I explain the basics once. Tomorrow we'll start actual configuration. Okay. Let me show you one document first.
This conference will now be recorded.
If you can see this, so tomorrow what we are going to do? First, we'll try to understand the objects definitions and difference between each and every object. Okay. Then after, this is our requirement for tomorrow's session, a simple core HCM requirement, advanced component requirement I will prepare and I'll present to you guys through the PPTs. So based on that, we will identify how many eligibility rules are required and how to create grades and grade profiles. What are the differences? Okay. So this will start from tomorrow's session. So let's consider this session as a warm-up to understand the terminology, topics, and all. And once again, I'm sorry for causing delay. And tomorrow I will join on time. Yeah. So any questions? Okay. And simply, don't worry, sir. That ACA, let's plan this weekend. Okay. So we'll connect
All
on
right.
weekend, maybe Saturday, Sunday. I will also go through that. And yes, we'll close that as well. Okay. If everyone is good, we'll hold for the day. Consider this is a warm-up session. And tomorrow onwards, we'll start the actual session and we'll continue.
Okay, Kiran. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I think it might be a bit too late for you, but yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay then. So I will join on time tomorrow. Once again, sorry. Uh, Take care. Good day and good night.